is Dennis Edmonds, the CEO of Kazera Global. Dennis, good to be catching up with you again. How are you?
Hi, good to be here, Mark. Nice to catch up with you as well.
Indeed. Well, let's just talk briefly about the news this morning. This is, of course, from your project, your diamond project. You've entered into an MOA, that's a memorandum of agreement with Alexkor, where you've extended the right to mine the diamonds that you currently mine on the land. You've extended that to the beach and the shore. So what does this mean exactly? There are more diamonds to look at, to get at in these other areas, and you need Alexkor's permission to actually go ahead and do that?
Yeah, that essentially is right. It actually means a lot more than that. I think the first thing that it is a very strong indication of is the relationship that we now have with Alexkor, which has been going from strength to strength over the past couple of years. Having rights to mine diamonds on all three different locations is an enormous step forward and very unusual. So from that perspective, it's a great endorsement. From the perspective of our operations, it's fantastic because it means that we have the rights to allocate or to obtain our own diamond mining blocks directly from Alexkor. Up till now, we've been subcontracting those, which means that we're in a position when we, and if we get 2A granted, which is the mining right over the area, 34 times bigger than what we're currently operating on our heavy mineral sands, we have the right to mine those diamonds as well. Once that block has been granted to us. So it opens up all kinds of new possibilities and new revenue streams for the company. And it's a fantastic step for us.
And it's very important, isn't it, that relationship with Alexkor, because of course the diamond market very, very strictly controlled, with Alexkor effectively having the control on that in South Africa. So this is, would you say it's testament to, I mean, I guess you've got to build up quite a long, trusting, working relationship with a company like Alexkor, and this is sort of the fruits of that, I guess.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's all credit down to the guys on the ground, particularly our mine manager, Johan Truter, who's lived in the area and worked on that diamond mine all his life. And we're reaping the benefits of a long, trusted relationship. As a company, we've done everything we possibly can to improve on that and to strengthen it. But we're working on very well-established foundations. So this is kind of the proof of that pudding.
Okay, and this ties in nicely, doesn't it, I think, to your update from Whale Head that we spoke about, where you got the advance payment of 600,000 there to process and indeed sell the heavy mineral sands. And it's effectively the same, isn't it? You've got the diamonds contained within the heavy mineral sands. So this means now that you've got that revenue coming in, so you're processing that heavy mineral sands, getting those sales done, whilst at the same time you've locked up more access, if you like, to the diamonds, which are contained within that body anyway.
Yeah, it's a very strange and very attractive mining model. Our waste is money, and the waste if you're mining diamonds is heavy mineral sands, or the waste is diamonds if you're mining heavy mineral sands. So it's, either way, you're generating profit from the waste.
Yeah, indeed, which is good to hear. I mean, does any of the commodities, heavy mineral sands versus diamonds, attract more economics? I know the diamond market is very much driven by private sales, effectively consumer sales, which I know that market was pretty low, but there was calls that it has kind of hit a bottoms. But does it not really matter for you? Do you just carry on regardless, selling at market prices?
Yeah, at the end of the day, the prime focus for our company will be heavy mineral sands. And heavy mineral sands are in demand, and it looks like that demand will be increasing. And the diamonds are a very, very attractive add-on. And they give us the reason, and they give us a large part of the revenue, although the majority of that would be generated clearly by the heavy mineral sands because the volumes are so much bigger.
Sure, indeed. So just a quick update, if we can, Dennis, on the production at the moment, the heavy mineral sands, and of course your diamonds as a byproduct. You had that advance payment there. So how are things going on the production front to deliver on that advanced order?
Well, as we announced last month or beginning of this month, we sold our first 10,000 tons. What we're now focusing on is improving the quality of the sands. In other words, removing more of the silica and possibly separating out the garnet. Garnet's likely market is South Africa. The market for ilmenite, zircon, and rutile would be outside South Africa, so China, America, India. So we are focusing on separating those two out, because the transport is a big cost. And if we're not transporting something which has a market in South Africa, that there has an immediate and major impact on the bottom line.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So you're looking at removing those elements. So that was garnet, and then the other elements, ilmenite, and what was the other one?
Yeah. So it's basically what we're doing is removing the garnet and the sand, the silica state.
Sorry, the silica and the garnet. Right. Okay.
And the ilmenite, the zircon, and the rutile are what we'd be exporting.
Is what you're exporting. Yeah. Okay. Good. Would you look to monetize the garnet? I know there's a demand for that.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. It's got a value. It's just it doesn't have the same value as ilmenite or zircon. But it has a value, and there's a big garnet market in South Africa for people who buy it for industrial uses, in particular sandblasting and water blasting.
Okay. Yeah, indeed. Well, you can, I guess, get a little bit of a stockpile going, and then look to move some of that on. So generally, Dennis, are you sort of fairly happy where the company is at the moment with what you've got coming in revenue-wise, and also the separation that you're working on? What are you what are you working on? What's your main focus for the next couple of months?
Yeah, Mark, I'm really delighted with where we are at the moment. The announcement about these diamond areas opens up a whole new area of possibilities and revenues. And the heavy mineral sand side, as we get to a more pure product, so we end up with a more profitable product. So it's a fantastic place for us to be in at the moment. And I guess the final thing is, the arbitration is wending its way towards a close. Hopefully that day will happen fairly soon. Our legal team remains very positive, and that's a claim for $11 million. That on its own would have a major impact if we were to be successful. So there's lots of positive things at the moment.
Good. Well, thank you very much for your time. As always, Dennis Edmonds, the CEO of Kazera Global.
Great. Thank you, Mark.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like, or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.